Livestock production historically has been a source of wealth for our country. Meat is an important product of export, and Europe is one of the most important markets. This is a market with a very high requirements, in which the quality of the product, as well as some aspects of the environment in which it is produced, become more and more important. Consumers' demands are usually related to quality aspects of the products, such as tenderness, color, juiciness, aroma, nutritive value, and its effect on human health. More recently, other aspects are being valued. These are food safety, animal welfare, certification and traceability of the products, processes, and environmental care. Uruguay has optimum conditions for producing high-quality beef and sheep meats, having Uruguay the third place in the World Environmental Sustainability Index among 146 countries. Livestock graze freely on the open range. A temperate climate with no extreme temperatures and an abundance of clean water are ideal to develop production systems in equilibrium with nature, maintaining the diversity of fauna and flora, caring care of animal welfare, where sheep and cattle live in harmony with freedom, selecting their own feeds, mainly native grasses. The country has been declared free of mad cow disease. The use of animal protein feeds, hormones, growth promoters, and anabolics in cattle and sheep has been banned since a long time ago. The meat industrial processing complex complies with the highest sanitary requirements, permitting Uruguay access to more than 80 export markets around the world, thus generating work and better living standards for the Uruguayan citizens. In this context, in 2002, it was generated the idea of carrying out a research and development project based on the long-term cooperation between Spain and Uruguay, focused on evaluation and promotion of meat and other Uruguayan agri-food products, based on the standards of the European Union as for different Uruguayan production systems. The project was financed by the Spanish Agency for International Cooperation, the National Institute of Agricultural Research (INIA) from Uruguay, and the National Institute of Agricultural and Food Research and Technology (INIA) from Spain, and technically implemented by both INIAs. It was promoted the coordination and participation of other public and private relevant agents of the Uruguayan meat chain, with a clear goal of improving the degree of involvement of them. Internationally recognized research from ARTA Catalunya and the Veterinary Faculty of Zaragoza University also participate and played a very important role on behalf of Spain. Other participants from Uruguay are the National Meat Institute (INAC) and the Hereford and Corriedale Breeders Association also participate and gave the support to the project. The promotion and marketing of agricultural products in most important export markets increasingly requires providing solid guarantees that certify food safety, animal welfare, and product quality. In Uruguay, such trend is of increasing concern. Therefore, national strategies are being adopted to improve the position for Uruguayan products in the international scene. With experience and contribution in training given by research teams of the Spanish institutes and the international cooperation of Spain, the project aims to improve the overall competitiveness of the Uruguayan meat chain, introducing technological inputs to support products and processes differentiation and added value at the export market, mainly Europe. The private and public sectors define the evaluation of 4 types of meat products in Europe. Sheep, heavy lambs from 10 to 12 months old, 38 to 42 kilograms live weight. Light lambs from 3 to 4 months old, 22 to 24 kilograms light weight. Cattle, steers, 34 to 36 months old, 400 to 500 kilograms live weight. Steers, 22 to 24 months old, 440 to 460 kilograms live weight. The 4 products evaluated were generated on improved pastures. The breeds used are the most important in both species, Corriedale in sheep and Hereford in cattle. All the components of these systems as soil, pastures and animals were characterized and monitored during the fattering processes. The factory lambs and steers took place at the Glencoe Experimental Unit of INIA and the Progeny Test Center of the Uruguayan Hereford Breed Association. The animals were slaughtered under commercial conditions, with the support of San Jacinto and Tacuarembó slaughterhouses. Meat cuts of major interest were sampled and sent to Europe for the evaluations. Several analytic measures were included, such as meat color, fat, muscle and bone content, marbling degree, ribeye area, fatty acids profile, tenderness, collagen content, pigments, textures. It must be emphasized that the analysis of fatty acid compositions and vitamin E concentration of lamb and steer meat were of particular interest for Uruguay because of their potential benefit on human health. In reference to the fatty acid composition, it is important to consider the relationship of polyunsaturated fatty acids and saturated fatty acids, and the relationship between omega-6 and omega-3 fatty acids. In the following graphical representations, it can be seen the positioning of Uruguayan lamb and steer meats compared to those of European origin. For the first indicator, a relationship of 0.4 is desirable. The recommended relationship of omega-6 omega is less than 4. These positive results for the Uruguayan meats are associated to a diet based on the consumption of pastures. The higher concentration of E vitamin in Uruguayan meat highlights the potential for longer shelf life of these meats and the reduction in human cellular aging, which is clearly favorable in both species, sheep and cattle, compared with that of animals from European countries. Here again, the Uruguayan production systems, based on pasture consumption, stand out. Evaluations of meat quality with 2 aging periods, 7 and 20 days, were carried out by experts panels in sensorial evaluation and consumers panels in 3 European countries: Spain, United Kingdom and Germany. The summarized information generated through the sensorial and consumers panels in this project generally shows that the Uruguayan lamb and beef meats have an important degree of acceptability by the European consumers. The following graphs show the level of acceptability of Uruguayan lamb and cattle meats by European consumers. With reference to lamb meat, Uruguayan heavy lambs are clearly more accepted in the United Kingdom. On the other hand, in the other two countries, the preference for heavy and lightweight lambs is quite similar. Uruguayan beef also had a positive evaluation by European consumers, where there was a very little difference between 2 and 3 years old steers. The future growth of the Uruguayan meat chain will depend mainly in increasing its competitive advantages in the international market. Meat consumers are willing to pay more for those products with high quality attributes of unknown origin. This is an opportunity for differentiation and adding value to Uruguayan meats, an opportunity which requires scientific information to give them a solid support and broad acceptance overseas. This research and development project carried out in Uruguay is the first of its kind amongst South American countries and Europe. It constitutes an example of how national research, with the support of innovation centers of world-renowned excellence, plus producers, processors, and the government, could play a fundamental role in increasing the competitiveness of the Uruguayan meat chain and its impact on the whole country's economy.